Hi, single ladies. This is Evangelist Veeda here. Just wanted to make a shout out to the single ladies. Not forgetting about you, married ladies. We'll come to you later. This is season 1, episode 1, talking about that cookie. I told you the last time I'd be giving you the 411 on Evangelist Veeda. So I want to give you ladies the 411 of why the Father qualified me to talk about the Bible for the vagina. My cookie will be in the jar 5 years, January 1st, 2021. So I have a 5-year anniversary every New Year's Day. And we'll talk about how the enemy tricked me out of my cookie. It should have been 7 years, but we'll talk about that later. I want to talk about why I was born, why I'm destined to bring this word. Most of the time I don't want it, but this, I got to do what the Father tells me to do. My dad, King Will, strong world warrior, met my mom, Divine of the Almighty, and they had my brother Stacy, and then they had my sister Alicia, which they should have been Elisha. They just changed it from an E to an A. Had her January 15th, 1965, and went to her 8 weeks checkup. She was pregnant with Veeda, okay? Actually 4 weeks pregnant with me. So the doctor told her, Dr. Woodson, told her, don't get used to this baby because this baby is not going to live. It's going to spontaneously abort because your womb shifted, it dropped, and you're having a hernia. So there's a lot of bad things going on with my mom's womb. So my dad prayed over her womb and said, she shall live and not die. And my mom was like, oh, it's going to be a girl? And yeah, my dad said, name her Life. They both thought that was a weird name for a little girl, but you'll get the full one. I'm just going to give you a partial right now. I thought that was a strange name for a little girl, but they were obedient. So my mom was watching an old Greta Garbo movie, and she heard the name Veeda, and she was like, oh, I love that name. So they didn't Google it because they didn't have Google. We got Google. She went and got a dictionary or a baby book, one or the other, and she found the name Veeda, and V-I-D-A is life for Veeda in Spanish, and V-I-T-A is life for Veeda in Latin. So the number 2 is a number of witness. So there is another miracle about me. So I came forth. I was fine, 7 pounds, 13 ounces on December 19th, 1965. And my dad was like, this is a special baby. Something's different about her. And then he was still thinking about the miracle. And he was like, Moses was a miracle baby that lived. The devil tried to kill him, and so was the Christ. The devil was trying to kill him. So we just got to be real protective of her. So my nickname was Baby Girl, and I wasn't the baby girl. Well, I was baby girl at that time, but he continued it on even when he had my little sister. So we'll talk about that later too, because I have issues in your family. Oh, we got issues too. So when I was 6 years old, I was following my dad. I was always on my dad's heels. Daddy girl, thoroughbred daddy girl. And we lived at 645 North 65th Street. He was going into the house. I thought he went straight. He turned left, and I fell down a flight of 20 concrete stairs. Yep, should have been dead again. Should have broke my neck. Should have broke something. And it must have knocked me out, knocked the wind out of me, because I could hear my dad calling me from far away. And he was like, devil, get your hands off of her. She shall live and not die. And that's when he realized there was a special calling on my life, because the devil kept trying to kill me. The next time he tried to kill me, he didn't quit. He kept doing it. I was 18 years old, and if you look at these pictures, that was a car accident. A car ran into the back of me, threw me into a telephone pole. If you look at these pictures, when my mom and dad saw the car, they couldn't believe it, but just look at these pictures. I lived through this car accident. I'm a miracle baby at birth at 6, and now here I'm 18. When I had the car accident, I remember my hand hanging out of the window, and there was blood dripping from my fingers. And I remember a man with a shiny orange face, and he had red hair. He came up to the car, and he said, you shall live and not die. And I remember my dad saying, she shall live and not die. And I passed out again. But later on, my mom, there was a cemetery up the street, and then there was nuns there. So my mom went up the street to thank the nuns for coming down and praying for me. But I told her that it was a man with a shiny face with all white on. And she went to visit the nuns just to thank them for praying for me. And they were like, well, what do you mean a man dressed in white with a shiny face? We all were black and white, and it's all women here. And they told her, that must have been an angel praying for your daughter, and there must be a special calling on her life for an angel to come and be praying for her. And so he tried to keep me again at 40, between 39 and 40. I got diagnosed with diabetes. My sugar was 1,019. I should have been in a diabetic coma. Normal hemoglobin A1C is 4.4. Mine was 16.9. But the devil did take my feet for a minute. I couldn't walk for a year because I had that peripheral diabetic neuropathy. The scriptures say, beautiful are the feet of those that bring the gospel. And here I couldn't walk for a year, 12 months. And I'm bringing the gospel. So then, before I was born again, I had my first baby daddy, and he cheated. So then I got baby daddy number 2, which was a best friend of mine, and he put me through all kind of crap. Then he cheated, and then I got baby daddy number 3. So you're thinking, oh, Evangelist, you should be perfect little girl. I'm a Negro baby. Father allowed me to go through all this crap so I can be able to minister to women. So baby daddy number 3 became marriage number 1. And then he cheated and abandoned me and the kids. And then I had marriage number 2 with somebody from my high school. Said he loved me. So I'm like, oh, he loves me. Yes, he's going to take care of my cookie. No, he didn't. He cheated. So then there was marriage number 3. So marriage number 3, marriage number 4 I did myself because marriage number 3 pissed me off so bad. So I married number 4 just to get back at number 3. Ladies, all of this is just, your cookie still tore from the floor up. I was praying for a marriage, not a husband. So ladies, those of you who are just praying to get married, you want to pray for a husband. The scripture says that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtains favor with the Lord. If you're a wife and you want a husband, you want that man to protect you, to nurture you, to provide for you. You want it to be like the first man took care of the first woman, and he provided for her, and he tilled the garden. He did all the work. He brought home all the money, and she said, baby, what you want to do with this money? And she had to be smart, like the Proverbs 31 woman that took the money and budgeted, and she had to probably cut coupons or put her stuff in layaway. They don't have layaways anymore, but back in the day, that's what they had, layaways. So that's what the Father has allowed to happen to my cookie. And I've been celibate for 5 years in January. So I don't call myself this. He calls me this. So I really don't care who don't believe that I'm his anointed. I'm his anointed, and I know I'm his anointed. And I just want to be a blessing to you because of all the crap I've been through. So maybe I can save you some headaches, save you some grief, save you some tears, save you a butt kicking, because, the devil will kick your butt. When you got the cookie out the jar, you think you're in love, it's lust, okay? So, ladies, you better get the book. The book is on my website, cookieproductions.com. I'm not wanting you to buy it from Amazon. Do not buy it from Amazon. Do not buy it from Walmart. Do not buy it from Barnes & Noble, because my publishing company, Christian Faith Publishing, has been stealing the author's royalties. So I'd like for you to go to my website, and you can purchase it with PayPal. And I'm going to try to set up Cash App, but I'm not. I'm an accountant and I'm an evangelist, so I have to learn how to do that. But with your book, you'll also get a bookmark, so you'll hold your place for your book. But it's just about investing in you, ladies. It's really not about the book. It's about the word, because it is the Bible for the cookie. It's all scripture. There's a little bit what the Father's giving me a rhema word to be able to minister to women. He's talking about fire and how the fire can, out of hand, how it burns us up. And the scripture talks about how can you put hot coals of fire to your bosom except you be burned. It's talking about that. It's talking about Tantra. It's a Tantra technique in India where they talk about the breathing in and breathing out. Sexual stuff. I'm going to talk about sin and sex and sin. That's all I'm going to talk about, because sex sells everything. Sex is on television selling hamburgers. Why do I need to see a woman with her boobs out and her cleavage out and a short skirt and I'm buying a hamburger? Sex is selling everything. So people, you need to wake up. Okay. We are living in the last of the last days. And my brother from another mother, the Christ, he's on his way. But before he steps foot on this earth, Antichrist is going to have his place on this earth. So he's already setting it up, people, with the COVID-19. He's telling you to stand 6 feet apart from each other. Why is he using the number 6? Why is it 6? When you sneeze, it goes further. Okay, and he's talking about social distancing. So we're going to talk about social distancing, that cookie. And we're going to talk about quarantining the cookie and keeping the cookie. COVID-19, your cookie, you know, we're going to protect it from the enemy. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to laugh. But we are going to be real raw, and I'm going to be righteous. But next time, ladies, I am going to be introducing Evangelist Veeda, the emoji, my me-moji, for the little girls. There are little girls. I need to talk to the little cookie girls, because little cookie girls have sex too, and it's so sad. You don't even know what you're doing. You got a vagina, and it's dirty, and you're not even 12. Okay, so I want to talk to those babies. Somebody's not talking to them. So if you want me to be their spiritual mom, I'll be your spiritual mom too, ladies. I'm 54, but spiritually, I'm probably about 180. So in the spirit, I can talk to you. It doesn't matter your age. I want to talk to everyone so that we can get ourselves clean, because the Christ is going to be returning soon. But until then, I am Evangelist Veeda, and next time, get ready for the little cookie girls. They are so cute, ladies. I love you. See you soon.